guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm really excited to be sharing with you the 3 reasons why I project pan, and this is a really exciting video for me because it actually has been 1 full year since I started my project panning journey, and it's definitely been a crazy year for me. Personally, it's been a really great learning experience for me for project panning and like my makeup collection in general. These are the 3 reasons that it is important to me personally. I think that it's different for every single person out there, of course, so it's a very personal experience being on a project panning journey, but these are the 3 main reasons that I really enjoy project panning and why it's important to me. If you guys would like to see the things that I've learned over my project panning journey, I would love to film that if you're interested. So please let me know in the comments if that's something that you'd like to see, and I will definitely film that in the near future. But for now, let's just hop in and get into this video. So the first and main driving factor for me to start project panning was to eliminate the non-cruelty free products in my collection. I had spent about 6 or 8 months prior to starting my actual panning journey not purchasing any non-cruelty free products, so purchasing only cruelty free products from cruelty free brands. But I still had a lot of non-cruelty free products in my collection, and I thought that project panning was going to be a really great way for me to purge those items, get my money's worth out of them, but to make sure that I really formulated my full thoughts on them and enjoyed them while I had them, and then move on and find alternatives that are cruelty free. And that is definitely a big driving factor for me at the moment. I think that in the near future I won't have any non-cruelty free products in my collection, so it won't be an ongoing driving factor for me, but I have learned a lot through this past year of why I need to project pan, or like why it's important to me personally. But yeah, that was the main thing. And I have decluttered so many non-cruelty free products from my collection. I have used up a lot of non-cruelty free products from my collection through project panning, and yeah, I'm really happy that I got into this journey to get rid of those items and to discover things that are cruelty free and fall in love with items that are cruelty free. The second reason why I project pan is to get the most use out of my existing collection, and that was to use up items that I had already put my money towards, to get a feeling for the items that are in my collection, whether I am drawn to the formula, whether I'm drawn to that sort of color, and to really see where the holes in my collection were. So like, were there other colors or types of products that I was missing? Are there types of products that I'm really drawn to and I would like to use more of or to purchase more of in the future? So making use out of my existing collection not only allowed me to make more informed purchases over this past year, but it also gave me a chance to really get to know the products that I have and own, and to be able to get my really full, concise thoughts on items by using them up in their entirety or using them on an every single day basis. I really found that project panning over this past year really helped me use what I already owned, and the third reason why I project pan goes hand in hand with that. And the third reason why I project pan is to minimize my consumption. So by minimizing my consumption, I mean by not spending as much money on makeup, by not owning as much makeup, and by not falling for the hype of all the new releases. And I was very prone to doing that. I really always wanted to get what was new, what was exciting, and see for myself if it worked before even seeing other people's reviews on it. And I think now, over this past year, I've definitely been a lot more informed with my purchases. I'll wait and see reviews, I'll wait and see what people who have similar preferences to me, how they are using those sorts of items, or if those items add value to their collection. And minimizing my consumption was definitely something that was driven by my financial situation, and I know that that might be something that a lot of people consider to be like faux pas to talk about, but I think it's really important to mention that my finances were definitely a big factor in deciding to start project panning. And it was because this time last year I had a major change in my career, and I was no longer making commission on sales both in-store and online for the company that I was working for. They didn't end up like doing any sort of compensation for closing the store that I worked in, and so I had just lost all of my commission that I was making, and that was what I had as my spending money. Like, I used my commission to really allow myself to buy the things that I wanted outside of my bills. And anyway, so yeah, I had no compensation for that, but I continued to work for that company. But in the coming months, things just changed so drastically, and I was really unhappy in my job, and I know that I talked about that on my channel maybe 1 or 2 times, but I was really unhappy in my job, and I ended up quitting in November, and it feels so good to not be there anymore. It feels so good, but I did take on another retail job where I'm working far less hours. I'm making a lot less because I'm working less hours, and it just ended up having to fall into place that way in order to get myself out of that job where I was desperately unhappy, like so unbelievably unhappy. So I am definitely on the up and up in terms of like my personal feelings, like my emotional state. I'm definitely feeling a lot better, but financially I'm not in any better situation than I was this time last year. If not, I'm actually in a worse financial situation right now. And so realistically, I just don't have the funds to be purchasing all of the new products. So those are the 3 main reasons why I project pan. I know that there are different reasons for everyone. I know that I probably got super chatty and a little bit too lengthy in this video, but I have had a lot of questions over the last year as to people being a little bit confused as like, why would you want to hit pan on something if you love it? Or why would you want to use that up if you enjoy it? Or why would you want to use it up if you hate it? And I think that for me personally, it has been a major learning experience, but it was something that was very essential in my life this time last year, and continues to be something very essential in my life because my makeup collection is something that I do get a lot of like happiness and a lot of value out of, but I don't have to see that value coming from new purchases every month or new purchases every day or every week. Like, that's not where the value is. The value is in what makes me happy, what I learn from it, the creative things that I get to do with it. Project panning has been an amazing experience this past year, and you guys are a big part of why my project panning experience has been amazing, because every single one of you is here and supports me through it and is here to watch me just on my journey. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here for the last year, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know I kind of touched a little bit on it already, but if you'd like to see the things I've learned through project panning, then definitely give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!